Hello, everyone. It's me, Yoshisana here, and this is just like a little topic video I kind of been wanting to discuss after a while. And I know it's been a few, like a week or so, since the announcement of Miku, and I know it's been very divisive whether people like Miku's existence in this game right now or they don't want her to exist in it. This and that. There's the enjoyers and then there's the non-enjoyers. I kind of just like wanted to help kind of in a way explain why I think she's existing in this game as of right now, as there is like a handful of reasons I can pick from currently. And yeah, that's the main purpose of this, is to really kind of like educate from someone who doesn't really know Miku, and trying to be more informative of who Hatsune Miku is in general. And I hope it helps clear your minds in a way, but you can still choose. You're entitled to your own opinion at the end of the day. But yeah, so let's see. Now let's get this started with now. And pretty much Miku would be characterized as like a Vocaloid. Pretty much, in reality, she's like a program, and you know how people make music, and you might think of her as one of her most notable appearances as of currently is Fortnite, and with her notorious Miku beam and the whole Godzilla thing. And that's where I would say a lot of her notoriety came from as to more moderate audiences. Not to say she wasn't popular, but she became more mainstream because how popular Fortnite was, and to an extent. And she has a lot of appearances. She even has one of her own rhythm games that existed for quite a long time. That's one of the major things she's really known for, I'll have to say, without a doubt. But while also including the fact that her only appearance isn't only to specifically to this game, but she's also even had some of her own manga as well. Recently, last year, she had her own film, which I believe is supposed to be corresponding to the gotcha game that she has, which is Project Sekai. I can't say. Look, that's the reason why this movie it like connects to it, I believe, and it's just another form of media that she exists in, just like to show more pronoun she is. She's not just this virtual artist, not just a simple program, but she has many different forms of media. And if there is one thing I have to say kind of makes sense why her appearance is also more is here in P5X is because of the whole thing that has been going on like for the past year or currently is Miku Expo, and as well as like there's recently news of her having a new album on July 1st, which is very recent and it very much fits within that time span of our P5X the anniversary. And it very much correlates, like it aligns to what's going on, why she have like more so an appearance. And then she's also collabed in many different games as well. Most notable and recent one will have to be within Honkai Star Rail, which is another gotcha game. And although she wasn't like playable necessarily, she practically covered. She did like it was like a cover of one of the HSR songs tracks, which was like it's cool. It's like a little collab. There was some Twitter stuff, like some little artworks with her and some of the main cast and such, and it's another way of showing again she's very much an icon within the community, without no doubts here. And this collab also ended up happening because it was um, HSR Honkai Star Rail's third anniversary, so it was another fitting way to help celebrate it in that regard. Even though she wasn't a playable unit or anything, she still made an appearance. There was a little crossover, it's to show love, to help celebrate it, a celebration. Just like I think she's also coming to 5X is to also help celebrate the anniversary alongside with us, but more so in a more closer playable aspect, and like a more bigger gateway to introduce fans to P5X. And even on the Asia servers, it gives more reason, it gives more attention. Yes, it gives money, it gives Black Wings money or Sega, but it's another reason to enjoy the game in that aspect and to bring more people together. As Miku is very much a person as characterized to bring up people throughout her music, why wouldn't she not be in this game, in a sense? And this was also very recent as well, as the Honkai Star Rail third anniversary happened in April, pretty much. That's when it officially started, and it just fits. It fits, and it's just another way to celebrate it. And then also adding more to it is her recent collab with Persona 5 and her game, which is Project Sekai, which is called Colorful Stage, I believe, in US English translation. And where we obviously got Life is Strange that you're most likely seeing on the background, where it's legit her voicing over it to cover, and with her in like the little Kasumi outfit. It's pretty drippy. I won't lie. It took me when I first saw it over there. I was like, "What?" I was like, "This is so cool!" Like it's such a cool collab, and everybody really wanted at that time. We're like, "Oh, we will want a Persona 5 collab with Miku, this and that." It's like it really helped bridge that possibility, and it made it feel more fitting. As again, it's like as you many and all know now at this point that she did have a Persona 4 collaboration, although it was very minor, but it still solidified her as in the Persona 5 Persona universe. I mean, yeah, which is why I felt like this collab in particular kind of set the things in motion for a form of Persona 5 collab, like in more bigger format, because again, Purchase Sekai Colorful Stage is a gotcha game, and they collab with them, and Persona 5 is very notorious for collabs and gotchas in general, and we never really had a Persona gotcha till P5X, so there was no really excuse for other games to collab with it besides probably artworks and such. Other than that, there was really nothing else. There was no excuse for any other IP to be inside of Persona in that case. Just the dancing games were the only really reason how we even got Miku. Because again, virtual artist, music theme game kind of fits within the timeline here. The whole tomato, the whole sandwich and such. And then, as you most likely see within during the little footage in the background, even the Miku's cast members, I'm gonna call them cast members, they even legit have themed outfits based off the Phantom Thieves, and I believe that it was also purchasable, this and that, within the game, so you could like pretty much be Ryuji on, the whole gang, just a different format, but now in a rhythm game, and it very much seemed um very dedicated, very there was a lot of effort put into this effort. It wasn't effort collab. It wasn't just like, oh, it's Persona 5. It just slapped the units on there, whatever, this and that. It was more than that, and there was love put into it. Yeah. And then, without a doubt, the biggest reason why I believe she's coming into Persona 5X now more than ever or later in the future is obviously because of the most recent announcement of Persona 4 Revival. It's the remake of pretty much the game that she first appeared in and only appears in. And I feel like since we obviously it's very early right now, Persona 4 Revival has not released yet. We're not getting into February. We still have a lot of time from then. They wanted to coincide a celebration to help commemorate the announcement in this regard. Because again, we obviously can't they can't just shove in Unorakami, Yusuke, Yukiko, Chie, Teddy, Kanji, everyone just in it without obviously seeing how they will be reintroduced. We don't know how there's obviously new mechanics in P4R, and it's gonna take time, and there's obviously gonna be a graceful period before we really get them into P5X. Probably like 6 months or 5 months after P4R actually releases, as right as of right now, and then we're still kind of going over the Persona 3 Reload collab, and on obviously in Asia servers, they have the FIFA dancing as kind of like, I would say, like kind of like a filler, not a filler arc, but filler patches, and yeah, that's another big reason. And then another thing is how P4G recently also, at least like 10 years ago, as they posted on Atlas has posted on their Instagram. They're like, they always do that where they commemorate certain posts, games. I also wanted to mention that P4 Dancing also came out on June 25th, 2015, which like almost like our anniversary that we're about to have now, where P5X released on global on the 26th. And that's pretty much what I had to say. This is my reasonings why I feel this is very fitting for her to come in the game. As much I understand, it feels very weird for global to really have her. I feel in a way it's them trying to celebrate Persona 4 without being able to put in Persona 4 characters. And the closest thing we have to it is obviously Miku and her appearance in Before Dancing. And I feel like that's the main message here. Yeah, that had to be my reasonings why I say Miku's coming to P5X as our global anniversary unit. It's very much a very new formatted video. I'm used to doing my polls, as you most likely all know, or stream bit here, bits in there. And yeah, I hope you guys have good luck on your Miku pools. If you're pulling for her, good luck. See you in the next one. Bye.